Hey guys, welcome back to another how to win video. Today I'm going to be taking Crow into solo showdown double trouble. Now today's video we're going to focus a lot more on game sense and being aware of your surroundings. So I did think that double trouble is going to be a very good map for this, as there are plenty of Leons, and since you do need to be aware of when Leons go invisible, I thought it'd be really good to show you guys how to do that. You can pick any brawler for this, but for the purpose of this video, I really like playing with Crow, so I just felt like playing Crow. So without further ado, let's hop into the first game. Okay, so we're spawning at the top left corner of the map. I'm not too sure who we spawn with, but we will figure that out pretty soon. It does look like it was a Shelly. She has her star power, so that's good to keep in mind. When you are focusing on game sense, you got to make sure you know what's going on, who's in your game, if they have their super, if they've been in any fights, just so it gives you a bit more of an advantage on your enemies. Now the Shelly does look like she may have disconnected, although she is back again. I'm not too sure if a bot is controlling her, but we could go for it in a second. There's a Leon below us. He has some power cubes, and there's also a Colt and a Shelly all in the middle. So I'm just trying to take into account what's going on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep taking shots. Crow's reload speed is pretty quick, so it doesn't really matter to use too many shots. You're not really wasting anything. It's not like Piper, where you want to conserve her ammo. This Leon got way too close to us. We're just going to be able to keep him poisoned, and now he's just going to die to it. We're going to get these easy 5 power cubes. I do think there's a Shelly up here, so I'm just going to be careful. I'm going to check the bushes. She wasn't in there, so that is pretty good. And now we're looking really good here. We've got 6 power cubes. We've taken out the players on our side of the map. We know that there's not that Leon is gone since we took him out. That Colt is probably still alive. We did see a Shelly over in the middle with energy drink, so she's probably still alive. She has 7 power cubes as well. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hold my ground in this corner, as I'm almost 100% sure, other than this Primo, that there's nobody on this side of the map. Now that Primo has actually moved over to the left, and there's an energy drink spawning up here, so I'm going to go for it, as it's going to give us an advantage against our opponents. There's an energy drink in the middle. I'm not too sure if there's anyone in these bushes though, like that Shelly. She's probably guarding it or doing something like that, although it looks like it's pretty safe. So just going to grab that. It's going to reset our current energy drink, and we're also going to go for the one in the corner. Now, this game has been really slow paced and really boring, but it is a pretty decent representation of being aware of your surroundings, which is what I'm trying to focus on. Your game sense, which is like when to shoot, where people are, and what fights are going on, and all that kind of thing. So what I did there, just because I wasn't explaining my actions, I went for that mortis, and then we saw that there was 2 Shellys, the one with the energy drink, the one in the bush. So then what happened was I moved away from the fight because I didn't want to get killed by the Shelly. I'm actually going to jump away really quickly and see if I can take her out, and then I'll finish my explanation. So we're going to just go for the shot. She's going to take some damage. She's going to go for the energy drink, but we're doing a lot of damage because we do have carry on Crow. If you don't have carry on Crow, that's fine, but it's just going to help us in this situation. She's one shot. We did manage to take her out and get the first place victory. Now, let me quickly explain what happened with that Mortis situation. So, that Mortis, he was in a bad spot. We managed to hit him. We got him poisoned. He tried to dash away. There's a Shelly approaching us with 8 power cubes and an energy drink. Now, if the second Shelly that was hiding in the bushes wasn't there, it would have been fine because the Mortis was going to dash into the Shelly anyways and he was going to die. So what I did was, rather than going for any of the kills, I backed out of that situation, let the Shelly that had the energy drink deal with all of it, and then we just waited, take notes of what was happening. So there was another energy drink that was spawning, as we could hear it spawning. I knew she was going to go for it because it didn't spawn anywhere near me. With that knowledge in mind, we already knew what we were going up against. It was a pretty good fight, took her out, and got that easy first place victory. So without further ado, let's hop into the next game. Alrighty, so we are spawning at the top right corner of the map this time. I'm not sure who we're sharing the spawn with, and it doesn't look like we got any boxes. We are sharing with a Piper. I tried to get a really cheeky shot on her, but it didn't really work out for us. That is okay though, because we'll probably get some super from other players. Now it looks like there's a bull who just came out of a fight with a Primo, as the kill feed did just say that. We also saw a BB's bubblegum ball, so I'm assuming there's a BB in this game as well, if she hasn't been taken out. Although she hasn't, because there's still 9 brawlers left, and the only person that was taken out was this bull. Now, instead of going for the box, I'm going to use my range. I'm going to go for this BB instead. Unless she just stays behind those walls, I might try and go for the box instead. Although, I don't think... Actually, no. It is a safe idea because that Colt did end up running away. I thought if the Colt was going to try and kill us, then we would have to leave the box alone. But that is not the case. Now, we're just going to pressure this B. We're just going to keep chasing her up the top of the map here. She can't really do anything as we have a lot more range than her. And we do have walls to our advantage that we can run behind and keep her poisoned. So she's going to run all the way up to the top corner of the map. That is okay. I mean, she can't really do anything against us. We have energy drink now, and we just took that one as well. So now that we have the energy drink, I'm going to go a lot more aggressive and try and go for some kills. There is a tick in these bushes. He's been put in the corner. This is a very bad position for him. He should have moved out of it much earlier. So we're just going to keep chasing him around. We're going to actually juke him and go around the right-hand side instead. And now I'm going to go back down to the left-hand side as he just wasted 2 of his shots and tried to hit us there. He's going to get the energy drink, but it's really not going to do anything because he is playing tech, and his shots take forever to unload and actually land on the floor. So we picked up a really easy kill. I'm going to reassess the situation. So a Colt just took out a Primo, and I'm pretty sure that Primo took out the BB. We know there's a Colt in this game, but we're not too sure if there's any other Brawlers. So I see the Colt over there. I need to try and get a quick look at his power cubes. He's got 8 power cubes, so that's really good information to know. Now, I'm not sure if there's any Leons or any other players, any Pipers, so I'm just going to keep scouting out these bushes, trying to figure out if there's anyone near us. Now, there is a BB still alive, and there's a Piper, so that's really good information. Now that I have my super, I can be a little bit more aggressive. Looks like the Piper and BB don't have any power cubes. This Colt, on the other hand, has 8. I'm actually going to use my jump onto the Colt so I could use my super, and we're going to take that first place victory. So I'm going to quickly explain what I did there. Now, my passive styled gameplay there was really useful, as I didn't go too aggressive for any fights because I didn't want to get third party, which is actually what happened. So what happened was, I was in the corner, and then that Piper and that BB were fighting it out because they didn't have any power cubes, and the BB was like, oh well, I'm going to get taken out anyway, so let me just try and get this Piper. The Piper got a super and jumped away, and the Colt used his super, and I was like, this is perfect. They're not going to get this energy drink, and if they do, the Piper was going to get it because she jumped straight onto it, and that Colt was just unloading his super straight onto that Piper, so I thought, this is my time to go in for the kill, so I used my super, which gave me, like, the daggers that come out of my super deal extra damage, so I had about 2,000 damage already done to the Colt, and also that BB and Piper weakened him a little bit. We managed to jump straight onto him, take him out, and get that first place victory. So, without further ado, let's hop into the next game. Okay, so we're spawning down the bottom of the map this time. We have one box to our right, a Colt to our right as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go for the Colt instead of the box, get some damage off. He used all 3 of his shots, which gives us an advantage of going to get him instead of that box. We have him below 50% health, which helps me out with carry on Crow. But it looks like he is going to heal up, so I'm not going to bother pursuing the kill no longer. Now, you may ask, why didn't I just go for the box and went for the Colt instead? Well, with Crow, getting any form of super is really helpful, as his super does charge really slowly, and his super is very useful in this game. So instead of going for that box, I thought, well, I can go for the Colt and then get the box later. So I went for the Colt, did a bit of damage. We probably could have taken him out, but like the walls were there, so he ended up hiding behind them, healing up, and that was okay. Now, we do have a Crow opposite us over here. He has a star power as well. What I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to back out of this fight completely. I don't really need to take him on right now. I don't think there's any need to. So I'm actually going to reposition myself to the right of the map instead, because I'm pretty sure there's a Daryl. So there was a Daryl there. He wasted his roll. That was not a very smart play. So now that he hasn't got any super or very little super charge, I'm going to see if I can probably get some shots off. Now that I think of it, that's not a very smart idea because that Daryl will get his super back, and he's a much better brawler at close range. There is a Crow down here, same one from before. We're going to grab that energy drink, and now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to try and jump onto this Crow if we do manage to see him. I'm just going to scout these bushes. He's in those bushes. I'm not going to use my jump anymore because he's in the center. If I was to use my jump on him and he's in the middle, I would have gotten weakened from his attacks, and probably someone else would go in for the kill as well, which is not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get high placement. Now, he's doing a very good job of peeking us, so we're just going to fall back a little bit further and just heal up to try and get to full HP. There's a Shark Leon to our right, so we're going to try and get some shots off while he is a little bit weaker. Try and keep him there, and also keep him poisoned. Now, the circle is getting a lot smaller, so now that we have the energy drink, we can definitely go for this Leon, who just went invisible. He's not going to be able to do anything. We're actually going to jump away from the Daryl. I did predict that. Now, that's something that will come with practice. Situations like that will help you build up your game sense. So I knew there was a Daryl in the area. I thought he could be in any one of these bushes, and I thought, well, he's definitely going to try and roll onto us, so I've got to be very careful here and know what I'm going to do. So I had my super on me, and I managed to use that to my advantage to get away from that situation completely. Now, let me just commentate this situation as well. So there's a Piper here with her star power, with her shots, sorry. We're going to get rolled on by Daryl. Alright, so everything happened really quickly. I tried to explain it as best as I can. Let me just try and recap that situation. So, what I was saying with the Daryl situation where we killed the Leon and he rolled onto us, that Leon, he was weak. I went for him. He weakened me because he managed to get one shot off before he died. I had my super and I was like, hold on. I remember there was a Daryl on the map, a dumpling Daryl. And I thought, he could be anywhere. He could probably try and roll onto us any moment. So I used a pre-jump. So basically what that means is, I hovered my jump and thought, he's probably going to roll into me. Let me just jump for safety. Even if he doesn't, it would still be safe. He did use his roll. We jumped away and we completely avoided that situation. And we managed to place second instead of, what, fifth? I'm pretty sure. So now let me recap the last part of the game with that Piper and that Daryl. Now that Piper, we were already doing some damage to her. A lot more damage than we had done to the Daryl. And I thought, well, we may as well finish her off quickly. Because if we go for the Daryl, she'll just snipe us and take us out really fast. Now I knew that there wasn't really much we could have done in that final situation there. Because the Daryl has more health. He would have gotten his roll. He does more damage. And realistically, I thought, well, rather than going for third place, let me just try and get the second place and secure those 8 trophies. So, without further ado, let's hop into the 4th and final game. Okay, so we're spawning at the top left corner of the map this time, and we do have 2 or potentially 3 boxes at our disposal. Now you may have noticed I have switched up the skin. I am rocking the Night Mecha Crow, one of my other favorite Crow skins. It's always good to switch it up, you know. So I'm actually going to grab that one box. There's a Piper over there battling it out with a Barley. Now that's actually really good info because we can take out Barley at close range if we do want to. And this Crow also has 2 power cubes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a better angle on the Crow. So if you see how his Crow's like cone of fire, it's like a weird sort of, it's not a straight line like most of the other brawlers. So what I was going to do if that Piper wasn't shooting at me was I'm going to try and use the corner of my cone of fire to try and get one dagger off so it would sort of curve around the box and hit him. But we can't do that anymore because he broke the box and this Piper has been harassing us instead. So I'm actually going to get a little bit closer to this Piper as she will do less damage and we will get closer to her. She just got destroyed by that Barley. That's really good for us. We're actually going to push this Barley into the corner there and force him to fight that Brock. We're going to stay up here because if he does try to run up to us again, he will get taken out. Now it looks like the Brock is actually fighting the Barley still. And this is going to give us a really good advantage on the Barley and the Brock. We're going to get a really easy cleanup as the Barley is now in the corner of the map. I did predict his super. That's another thing that you guys need to keep in mind. So as we are working on game sense, a lot of it does come off of practice, but that is one of those prime examples, just like that Daryl who tried to roll onto us. Basically, I knew that Barley had a super and I was like, oh, he's going to use it. So what I'm going to do, rather than going for the aggressive kill, what probably could have happened was I would have died to the Storm and to the Barley's super. So instead I just backed off, waited for him to get killed by the Storm or force him out. And then I just took the easy kill, took the power cube. And now I'm sitting with 6 power cubes and we have 4 people left. Now, we're in a much better spot than these Crows. This Crow here is getting sort of sandwiched between me and another Crow. We have the 3 types actually, the Night Mecha, the Phoenix, and the normal Crow. We're only missing White Crow. So this Crow also has 6 power cubes. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stay in my corner. I don't want to move from anywhere. I'm actually going to go for the energy drink really quickly, just so we do look a little bit scarier than the others. If we can get one shot, it will be game changing as it does a lot more damage than these guys. Just like this Crow, we hit him once and we managed to take him out. Now I went aggressive there because I knew that none of these players here would go for us. Since the Mortis is a much easier peek for us, he's just going to dash, do some weird thing. He's going to get taken out. We're going to use our jump. I did predict that he was going to use his jump, and since we did use ours later, he landed first. And then we landed afterwards, which means we hit our daggers, but he didn't hit his. Now, that's a really important timing. You could have said that was luck, but that was actually something that, with practice, it comes over. So, that was how to win with Crow in Double Trouble, focusing about game sense. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I make these how to win videos pretty frequently, and I have a lot of new videos coming out throughout the coming weeks. I have a lot of new ideas I want to try out and teach you guys. But if there is a brawler, a map, or any other thing you want me to make a video on because you need help with it, feel free to drop it in the comments below. And if you have any further questions, feel free to pop into my Twitch chat. I do stream every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 11 AM Australian Eastern Time. The links are in the description below. But enough of my rambling. I hope you guys really did enjoy the video. And without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.